We haven't had enough Sims news this week, so of course there was yet another leak for Project Rene. The latest leak from Project Rene reveals some pretty interesting things such as a marketplace, a season pass, weekly events, and a lot more gameplay details. Apparently the area that was playtested was the Hub. It is a virtual public space for multiplayer and user-generated content related things. This does include a For You section, a marketplace, a multiplayer, and user-generated content. We're also going to have a season pass and weekly events. Now, in all fairness, The Sims 4 of course does have in-game events. In fact, there is one going on right now. However, weekly events does seem like it's going to happen more frequently. And this really does remind me of other gaming platforms, especially a game like Roblox. Apparently, the marketplace is purely for DLC in The Sims Project Rene. There is, of course, the multiplayer component, and this is everything related to the multiplayer. You can invite players, search for lobbies, and get notifications from other players. This is basically the MMO part of the game that people are worried about, but it is worth to note that the hub is a separate experience from the rest of the game. So I don't really have any interest whatsoever in the multiplayer, but my biggest fear, of course, would it be taking over the primary resources. Now, user-generated content, I actually went over an interview this crazy week about this. They're really hyper-focusing on this, but it is related to a job application that was apparently posted over 2 years ago, which mentions curating user-generated items. It seems, at least according to Sims community reporting, that Project Rene is going to have CC, but be much more accessible in-game. And it does sound like you can download potentially CC from the gallery, but I can understand the general idea. You can also see some of the icons from the hub. Now, this next part might actually make some people happy because apparently there might be tweens in this game. I know that a lot of people wanted preteens in Sims 4. I'm definitely not one of them, but it does look like they are considering some other life stages. Again, it could totally change, they could totally take it out, but something to keep in mind. In cast, there are features such as fine-tuning, body height sliders, body frame, clothing layering, and a clothing workshop. This is a creative style. Its original name was tailoring in the 2022 playtest build. There's also a material color selection and sliders. So definitely this is more of the customization I think we saw in some of the previews, and this could be easier to make new content. So I think this part is sounding a little bit more positive in terms of the overall customization. Fat controls are a sophisticated way to make body weight much more realistic and increase fat on all parts of the body with a heavy focus on the face. We can also see some test hairs and pants right here. Obviously, they might not be in the final release. Again, I'm not really sure if they're using placeholders for their Sims. It's interesting that supposedly there's lots of customization, but maybe it is that the mobile version just doesn't have all this customization and the PC version actually is going to be significantly different. Honestly, I'm just really confused at this point. There's also some weather references found in the game, which would not surprise me because Lindsay Pearson initially stated there would be weather in the base game, whatever this game is. So the weather that was found is burnt, dirty, and snow. So that's kind of interesting. Burnt. I wonder if that would actually have an impact on the environment. There's also a working metro in city controls. The working metro is referenced in the game files, and there will be a way to get around the city without a car, indicating the map is very big. So again, my question is, are there functioning cars or are they not? Is there a metro in addition to cars, and how does this all work? The 15 emotions found are amused, confident, disappointed, dissatisfied with self, enraged, frustrated, lonely, physically uncomfortable, romantic, self-satisfied, socially connected, stressed, which I am right now, thrilled, unamused, and unconfident. So this is really confusing because some of this does seem more traditional in nature. I just need clarification from the team. I think it's just adding more and more confusion and frustration over this game. All in all, I have lots of other thoughts and emotions, but honestly, I'm too tired to dissect them right now. So let me know what you think about all this in the comments below. As always, please take care, and I'll see you in the next one.